A Milwaukee man has been charged with multiple counts in a connection to a crash that killed an off-duty police officer. Right now, much of the central United States is bracing for severe storms. Millions are under the threat of heavy rain, strong winds, hail, and possible tornadoes. President Trump is in Japan for a state visit and has a busy schedule over the next 4 days. He's there to promote the United States, and at the same time, Prime Minister Abe is trying to impress the president. There is significantly less smoke than we saw just 30 minutes ago. Now you can hopefully see all three of those fire ladders. Happening now, residents in Rusk County are cleaning up the damage after a tornado ripped through the area during the 4th of July. Reporter Denton Postlethwaite spoke with neighbors about the now long process ahead. With a little more than 2 weeks left before the election, Governor Scott Walker makes a stop in La Crosse this weekend. Switching gears here, British actor Michael Caine has been making movies for more than 6 decades, playing a cast of memorable characters. Dangerous heat is threatening nearly 10 million Americans in the West. The threat comes as a massive wildfire burns in Arizona. This is what's left of that home here off the 1800 block in Grand Avenue. That garage door completely gone now, not from the flames, but because firefighters had to break through that to tackle those flames from the inside. I'm ready for January to be over because we're like 60-ish days away from spring. Let's
February's
send things
right
over to meteorologist Jeremy Taven. Jeremy, I'm looking for spring right now.
Yeah, I think you should get that ticket and fly to Florida as soon as possible because it's not looking like spring anytime soon around.
I'm pretty good for a Monday. You want to know why?
Why is that?
First of all, because it snowed on Saturday. Or was it Friday? Was it Friday?
It was Saturday.
Okay.
Well, Friday into Saturday, kind of, yeah.
So that like broke my soul a little bit, and I thought we were going downhill from here.
Now, live from across north central Wisconsin, you're waking up with Sunrise 7.
Right now on Sunrise 7 Sunday, Britain's foreign minister says Iran is on a dangerous path after it seized an oil tanker in the Persian Gulf. Now the Iranian state news agency releases video apparently showing troopers capturing the British-flagged ship. And a campground is destroyed during severe storms. How one couple is homeless now because of it and what they're saying this morning. But first, investigators say 2 people were killed and 2 seriously injured, likely as a result of severe storms. Sunrise 7 Sunday starts now. And a good morning to you. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday morning. Time now is 7 o'clock. I'm Emily Boyer. We have had some crazy intense weather this weekend. We're going to send things straight over to meteorologist Jeremy Taven. Good morning, Jeremy.
Morning, Emily, and up here in a few minutes.
It's a complete turnaround from what we saw yesterday.
Oh, yeah, big difference.
All right, thanks, Jeremy. Wisconsin Public Service says it could take multiple days to restore power to the more than 25,000 people still in the dark, and now the outage website has crashed. The damage is so extensive, crews need to rebuild portions of their system. WPS management now saying this outage is unprecedented.
This is something that, at least in my tenure here,
Now, we don't know the exact number of people without power because the WPS website is down. We do know that 55,000, at least that many, are without power near Appleton and Milwaukee on We Energy's outage map. Those storms that swept through Wisconsin Saturday are being blamed for 2 injuries in Tripolo County, and authorities are investigating whether storm was a factor in 2 deaths. The Tripolo County Sheriff's Office says one woman in Galesville was cut by flying glass when a window blew in during the storm. A man in the town of Gale was also injured when he was hit by a tree that fell into his camper. And in Wausau, fire officials are investigating whether a lightning strike caused a mobile home fire that left 1 man dead. Officials say weather is believed to be a factor in a fatal crash that happened Friday night, but that also is still being investigated. We have more information on the man who was killed in Wausau. News Channel 7's Emerson Lehman was on scene Saturday while firefighters worked to extinguish the flames.
News Channel 7.
In western Wisconsin, 3 people are dead after a crash, and authorities are investigating whether a fallen stop sign may have been a factor. The crash happened Friday night when a Minnesota man who was driving north on County Road T drove into the intersection at State Highway 64 east of New Richmond. His car was hit by a motorcycle who was traveling on Highway 64 and had the right of way. The driver of the motorcycle and driver and passenger in the car all died. In Amherst, the National Weather Service has not yet confirmed whether a tornado touched down, but there's clear that there is a lot of damage. Possibly none were more vulnerable than campers at Lake Emily. News Channel 7's Emily Davies reports people are just thankful to be alive.
God was with us.
News Channel 7.
Developing now, Britain's foreign minister says Iran is on a dangerous path after it seized an oil tanker. An Iranian state news agency now releasing video that apparently shows trooper capturing a British flag ship. David Martin spoke with the top U.S. military commander for the Middle East.
We were traveling. David Martin, CBS News, Al Udeid Air Base, Qatar.
The 23 crew members aboard the hijacked vessel have not been heard from since then, but the Iranian government says the crew is in good health. But first, let's take a live look outside at Marshfield. It is a picture-perfect morning. Sunshine is out, and Sunrise 7 Sunday continues next.